As the no-nonsense genius of Las Vegas's most famous pawn shop, he's now reduced to a prison number in a federal facility. And the story behind his fall? It's darker, more shocking, and more tragic than anyone ever imagined. If you've ever watched Pawn Stars, stay with me, because what really happened to Rick Harrison will leave you speechless. From the outside, Rick had it all: a successful business, a top-rated reality show, an empire built on knowledge, wit, and family legacy. Respected, relatable, and seemingly above reproach. But behind that confident smile, federal investigators say Rick was living a double life. It all came crashing down one morning in what witnesses described as a scene out of a crime drama. FBI, IRS, Department of Cultural Property Protection. Dozens of agents surrounded Rick's home and the gold and silver pawn shop in a synchronized operation. Helicopters hovered overhead. Streets were blocked off. Computers were seized. Back rooms were searched. And what they found changed everything. Behind the locked vaults and glass displays wasn't just rare memorabilia, but a hidden black market pipeline of stolen artifacts, smuggled antiquities, and under-the-table cash. He was allegedly the mastermind of a multi-million-dollar criminal ring involving tax fraud, money laundering, and, most shocking of all, trafficking stolen artifacts from museums, archives, and protected cultural sites. Ancient scrolls, historical letters, sacred items from indigenous cultures. These weren't forgotten trinkets. They were irreplaceable pieces of world history. Investigators say Rick knowingly purchased stolen items, masked their origins through forged documents, and resold them to private collectors at premium prices. They say he used offshore accounts to hide earnings and paid off intermediaries to clean the chain of ownership. The case blew wide open when a former employee, fired years earlier, turned whistleblower. They handed over secret ledgers, coded emails, and a list of private buyers. Evidence so strong, Rick's lawyers could only stall, not stop it. Rick denied everything. His legal team called it a witch hunt, an attempt to tear down a public figure for political gain. They pointed to Rick's charity work, his clean record, and years of TV success. But the courtroom told a different story. Testimonies from former employees, surveillance footage showing off-record deals, text chains arranging unregistered sales, and a paper trail of wire transfers buried across 3 countries. After weeks of trial, the verdict came: guilty on all counts. And then came the sentencing. Life in prison. The courtroom fell silent. Corey Harrison buried his face in his hands. Chumley walked out, tears streaming down his face. The once proud Pawn King sat frozen, his legacy shattered in seconds. The judge didn't hold back. You didn't just break the law. You betrayed trust. You claimed to protect history, yet you stole it, sold it, and smiled for the cameras. The aftermath was swift. The History Channel canceled Pawn Stars immediately. All reruns were pulled, sponsorships vanished, and Rick Harrison, once a household name, was wiped from the airwaves. But the story wasn't over, because even now, the fight is on. Corey Harrison, Rick's son, has vowed to rebuild what's left. "My dad taught me everything," he said. "Now I want to take what was good and leave the rest behind." The family launched a website where fans can write Rick directly. Letters, prayers, stories from viewers who grew up watching him. They say it's the only thing keeping him going inside. And now, it's your turn. Do you believe the sentence fits the crime? Was this justice or a message? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read them all, and your voice matters more than ever. If you believe in accountability, truth, or even second chances, hit that like button and subscribe. We're here to tell the stories the networks won't. Rick Harrison's legacy is forever changed. He went from appraising priceless treasures to becoming a cautionary tale in chains. From pawn shop floors to courtroom doors, from trusted icon to a man whose past finally caught up with him. The question now isn't just what happened, it's what happens next. And maybe the hardest question of all, would you forgive him? If he came back,